Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hearthstone ladder. My name is Rooster and today we are playing Cthulhu Warrior, which is a pretty sweet deck after all, and it's supposed to be rather decent against the current field of decks you're supposed to be facing on the ladder, on the high-end ladder, and perhaps even on the highest end of ladders. Of course, it does have its share of bad matchups, but we aim to compensate a little bit for that through tech choices like Thinkmaster over Spark. I'm not willing to keep that one against Shaman though, and would I keep a Slam here? I don't think I want a Slam against the Shaman. Slam overall against aggro is not all that great once you really get to it, so yeah, not too unhappy to let that go. Of course, getting some early game would have been nice here, I will admit. But after all, our opponent did not play any 1-drops, so I might actually be fine here. Depending on what comes out, of course, but we'll have to see. There's a Totem Golem to start out, so I guess I will slam that and see what we get. Could slam and shield slam it, that seems a little... well, we don't have to do that, of course. We can just shield slam and armor up, not necessarily in that order. Would that be worth it? We don't have... we do have an execute, actually, so yeah, that makes it fine. I'm okay with this. Not entirely happy, of course, but what can you say? Yeah, I would have liked to see a Fiery War Axe, actually.
It's getting hot.
Wouldn't allow me to deal with it right away, but it's good enough. It's good enough. We can deal with stuff like that. I'm thinking I'll slam, and if I get a Fiery War Axe, then I'll still be happy. It'll die to revenge at some point in the future, and this just lets me armor up. I'll take 2 damage here. That's probably fine. So some interesting tech choices for this deck. I'm running a version with Elise and no Doomcallers, since I think I would rather focus on the more vulnerable matchups, like Aggro Shaman, for instance. Do I want to brawl here? I kind of want to brawl, sure. That is probably okay. I could Ghoul. I could Ghoul and armor up, don't necessarily like where that's going, and getting the brawl in is actually fine. He has 3 mana next turn, that means that the board isn't going to be particularly exciting, so this is fine. And that is not a bad survival. So that's excellent. As long as it wasn't the Eternal Truck, then that's fine with me. Perhaps the brawl wasn't necessary there, but I do think we need to be just a little careful. We go for the Sylvanas here, and then he trades in his minions and then plays something else. That means we get a Spell Power Totem though. The alternative would be to Ghoul and perhaps Revenge next turn. I don't really like the Ghoul too much here. Would like to combine those in 1 turn. I guess we'll play Sylvanas and see whether we're facing mid-range Shaman here, because this is a Hex target for sure. We haven't played any Cthulhu minions yet, so he may not necessarily know what he's up against. So yeah, Aggro Shamans, they don't play Hex. They might play Earthshock nowadays actually, but that is probably fine. Oh, that's... Well, if he's going face here, that's a little dangerous, I guess. And he is, okay, well that's a lot of damage coming down. But the Ghoul will do a nice job, I think. And then we get a 1 health Sylvanas, which is a little unfortunate. But I do think that's the right call right now, so we go for Revenge and then... Revenge... Actually, we could... Disciple first. I think I like that. Can we do that? So we can't do that in 1 turn. That's a little ugly. But I guess we'll just do the Revenge thing then. We could do the Revenge thing and then Disciple of Cthulhu. I don't like that too much. I mean, we should be worried about a lot of stuff actually. So I think this always happens. This always happens, and I guess Sylvanas hits into this one. Oh, that's not what we were supposed to do. Does that matter? It actually does matter. Do I wish to waste an execute here? Yeah, I'll waste an execute to save the Sylvanas. Sure, that's okay. I should have thought about that a little better. A 1 health Sylvanas is a little vulnerable, but not that much more vulnerable than a 3 health Sylvanas. So I would have definitely chosen to armor up and save the execute. That is dangerous. If he has another, then we could be in trouble. But I guess we're actually fine because we have a shield block and well, we can't activate that one. So let's see what we get first. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Not terribly exciting, but at least we're not dying next turn yet, so that's okay. And we might be able to delay long enough to be able to play the shield bearer, so that's good. That is not what he wanted to see, I'm pretty sure. Because that gives me another card, and cards are the lifeblood of this matchup right now. That is also good. So I guess we're drawing an extra card regardless. I would rather... Oh, we could actually get the double bonus right now. I think that's valuable enough, right? Getting the double bonus here. And if the brand survives, then we get double the armor next turn. I would like that. So we're boosting Cthulhu by up to 10 right away, so we can play the Shield Bearer next turn if necessary. Could have saved the Bran for the Bran plus Shield Bearer, and that might have been the right call, I'm not sure. It is a pretty big deal for... Oh, are we dead? Is that a lava burst in your hand, or are you just happy to see me? I'm guessing that's a lava burst over there, and that's a little unfortunate. But that's just the way the matchup goes sometimes. I guess we might have taken 1 damage too many. I'm not quite sure. I don't think we missed any essential armor ups in favor of developing the board. So yeah, the matchup against Aggro Shaman might feel really favored in some occasions, but Aggro Shaman is definitely able to crawl back in a surprising amount of cases. So the matchup definitely feels bad in favor of the warrior, but it's really close to 50-50 still. So, against a zoo deck, what do we like to keep? I think we're mulliganing all of this. Although Elise is not horrible, there are plenty of cards we would rather see than that. And the same goes for Brawl, the same goes for Shield Slam. This is not exactly what I had in mind when I threw those cards away, but I guess that's just the way of life.
Greetings.
That is just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. So, if we are facing a Reno lock deck, we are not, but suppose we would be, then what would be my thought about how good this matchup is? Because there are certainly ways to improve that one, but I'm not quite sure. I guess you could add a Harrison Jones or something if you want to improve your chances against the Jaraxxus, but yeah, because the Jaraxxus is actually the main problem in that matchup. It is very tough for a warrior to crawl back from that, unless you can get a Cthulhu to immediately kill your opponent, of course, but that I don't necessarily agree with. So we are fighting Reno Lock, because I can't imagine a zoo list running. Okay, well that's curious. That is most definitely curious. I think I can... Actually, I don't mind developing this one. Might seem a little bad against the 1-1, and that is definitely true. But it is the most relevant thing I can develop on the board, and there is a very decent chance that he is not able to get rid of this. So I guess we'll see what happens, but not too unhappy about this situation, sure. So we could actually go for the Tank Master here. That seems a little greedy, and Tank Master isn't really made for this kind of matchup. I think we're just drawing a card. I guess we could trade and then play the Disciple. That seems a little weak. So let's go for the Shield Block and see what we get. Do I trade into the 1/1? I think I actually don't. Because I'm not expecting our opponent to run that many buffs right now. Basically guessing from the Shadow Bolt here, so could be a surprise because we're not that high ranked right now. So the Shadow Bolt could just be a fluke. And it is, okay, so, well, you got me, but that Soulfire is interesting. Okay, well, there's a card I definitely didn't expect. I think we can delay for one turn. Especially with another shield block, for example. I'm expecting him to flood the board next turn. So this Brawl is going to be pretty sweet, I guess. Do we want to play the second Cthulhu's Chosen? That seems like a good way to pass the time. Wouldn't you say? There's no clear way to get rid of the Councilman. I don't like throwing the Divine Shield in there, though. So I guess I just draw another card and see what we get. That wouldn't be a bad card to play right now. But I'm thinking I'll just armor up and see where it goes from here. That definitely tells our opponent we have a Brawl in hand, though, so I'm expecting him to tap here and then just play a bunch of minions, but this is still an excellent Brawl, regardless of what comes out here.
Handle it.
Taking a little bit of damage, but that's okay. This Brawl is going to be pretty good, so not incredibly worried, and we're doing well on the health front, so sure. And this is basically free-to-play Warlock we're facing, so I shouldn't be too worried, but, well, any Warlock deck is basically a zoo deck, given their hero power, and a deck full of minions, so we could be up for a couple more surprises. Definitely. He's taking the tap approach, so that's good, and I guess we'll see where it goes from here. So probably going to be Disciple, and I guess Elise. Elise is not horrible. Disciple is a little unfortunate against that board, but if he trades with the Voidwalker, then the Voidwalker dies to a Ghoul later. So I think I still like that. The Tank Master might look a little bad over here, and I certainly wouldn't blame you for thinking that, but this is not the matchup that card is made for. When your opponent plays a Sylvanas or a Savannah Highmane or something like that, then you'll be happy to have the card. And if I can get my opponent in a situation where the only minion he has is a Doomguard or a Sea Giant, then I am still reasonably happy with the situation. So Ghoul's going to be pretty decent, I imagine, and that also means we can execute that thing, so that's pretty sweet. So Ghoul and execute, and it leaves us enough mana for a Cthulhu's Chosen. I'm okay with this. I am certainly okay with this. Do I want to save the Ghoul for... No, that seems greedy. That seems really greedy, and that's completely unnecessary, I think. Shield Slam's going to be a little weak, but... yeah, we're just going to have to live with that. I imagine this is one of the bigger minions in his deck, so I shouldn't be too worried right now. So let's see what he's got. Another Soulfire. Okay. That is unfortunate. And that is the risk of running a lot of discard cards. I'm not sure where he was going with that deck, but probably just rolling with whatever cards he has, and I can't blame him for that. We all have to start somewhere, of course. So that worked pretty nicely, and we were really close to winning that first game too, so we can definitely see where the deck is going. Other tech choices I should probably talk about. The Tinkmaster is really obvious, of course, the Elise, instead of the Doomcaller package. That also means that if we're not running Doomcallers, we're not running Emperor, because that's a really popular combo even. Do we keep Bran? I don't think we keep Bran against Rogue. Bran is more of a late game card. I like Fiery War Axe though. And Rogue is a matchup where Tinkmaster might do a lot of work, if we are so lucky as to draw it at some point. That would be really nice, because I would really like to showcase that. Other tech choices. Bran is pretty obvious in any Cthulhu Warrior deck at the very least. Alternatively, do we want a coin here? Not really. Could be a more aggressive rogue though, or a more death rattle focused rogue. I think I'm just fine with Fiery War Axing this. No need to focus on getting value out of the ghoul yet, and many rogues actually run Violet Teachers, and the ghouls might be useful for that. So that is okay. Yeah, the rogue doesn't really have a lot to do on turn 3, especially if I have a Fiery War Axe up. But neither do I on turn 3, so I guess we're just armoring up and passing the turn back. Could be seeing a Tomb Pillager here. I will happily slam and exit, I think. Pretty sure about that. Okay, so a Shiv. That doesn't necessarily mean we're facing a Miracle style deck. The Loot Herder is a little strange, but I guess it might be replacing a Bloodmage Thalnos, because that's a reasonable substitute. It's not perfect, of course, especially with something like Shiv or Fan of Knives, but it feels like a better replacement than Kobold's Geomancer, I think. So any other cards? I'm only running one Beckoner of Evil, mostly because I wanted to fit in the Tinkmaster most of all. Definitely hitting that. Any decent alternatives? Not really, unfortunately. I could just equip a new axe, and that wouldn't be the worst idea, so I guess I'm still okay with that. It's a reasonable usage of mana still. And we're saving the coin for now, which could be important later. So yeah, you can reasonably cut. Ooh, perhaps I didn't want to save the coin in that case. Well, we're not in terrible shape yet, but that could end badly. What are we missing? We're missing an Acolyte. That's fine. We have enough cards right now. Shadow Step and go again. Okay, that's curious. What else did we see? Those cards I'm absolutely fine with missing, so that is pretty lucky, I guess. We need to get rid of the coin. And we want to spend some mana, but all of our hand is situational. So I guess that means I really don't want to shield block here, but there's absolutely nothing to do with this hand. So I guess we do. We just coin and do nothing? That seems really bad, but we can just play the ghoul, I guess. If this is something like Mill Rogue, then I'm fine with just placing the ghoul on the table. That means both Cold Lights are already down, though. So I'm mostly just filling up the board. Maybe I overreacted there, because he. Oh wait, she did Shadow Step 1, so there is still a 1 mana Cold Light Oracle in her hand. Okay. So second Brawl, that's a little awkward. What else is coming? Second Shadow Step. Yeah, we definitely want to burn some cards next turn. Possibly even just slam without any... Oh, there's the gang up. Okay, okay, so Milrogue, interesting.
My hand is full.
Interesting. Is that fireworks? That is interesting. So I guess I'm killing that. There are 3 more to come, so that is fine.
I wonder.
I guess we can shield slam instead of using the weapon. That's also reasonable. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We can revenge to burn a card, revenge and slam and shield slam, something like that.
What now?
There will be plenty to come. We really don't need a lot of answers against a Milrogue, I think. As long as we still have a reasonable amount of options left in our hand, then we should be fine. Both Shadow Steps are down, so it's really just the Goldlight Oracles that she shoveled into her deck at this point. I kind of wanted to play the Sylvanas there, but that wasn't going to work. I'm really not sure how to play against Milrogue, because it's not a deck you see that often. So I might have overreacted a little bit, but I do think it's correct to get rid of as many situational cards as possible, as soon as possible. So this might be the correct line. We lost our Twin Emperor, that's kind of bad. Do we use the second Shield Slam here? We have double Execute on hand, so I guess that's actually fine. How are we doing in fatigue? We're not doing too badly, so that's okay. Are we going for Sylvanas here, or will we just play Bran? I guess Bran might be more useful. So this is probably fine. And do I mind using the Sylvanas here? Not really. I guess you can sap it, but we're spending our cards relatively well, so that's okay. Maybe I should have used Brawl on the board with the 2 minions on it. That might have been correct. Okay, well, that will cost her some cards. We will eventually win with a Cthulhu, I can imagine, so that is probably okay.
Do you have the artifact?
Oh, she also got Elise. That's interesting. We didn't burn our map, right? And she will be cycling faster than we are. Oh, but she also has the gang up, of course. So that's kind of awkward. We don't even have a way to get rid of that Elise. That is also really awkward. I guess we can Think Master, but that could end badly. I guess we just armor up and we see what happens. That seems really awful, though.
What now?
I would have loved to be able to just drop an Emperor at this point. Let's armor up and see what happens. There's a Cold Light, but she needs to play 2 Cold Lights in a turn to actually get rid of a card, so that's okay. Let's see, what else did we lose? We lost the Emperor, a Shield Block, an Acolyte, and something. I don't recall. Perhaps a Shield Bearer. That could be true. Okay, so we can Brawl here. That's excellent. Can this be a Reno deck? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it can't. We've seen double Cold Light. Well, it can be a double. It can be a Reno deck with duplicates. Let's not kid ourselves here. Is this okay? That is fine, I guess. Sure. No need to attack that either. So what is our late game plan? I don't quite know. We've got some reasonable cards here. We've got the Cthulhu, so that's kind of important. I'm expecting a second Cold Light here, so she actually burns a card for me. But she has to be kind of careful to not burn... No, she's actually fine in her own... for her own hand. How's she doing in cards? She's doing reasonably. Did we lose our... Wait, did I cut my Justicar? That might have been a mistake. Okay, so a couple more. This is actually trouble. Did I cut my Justicar? Why did I cut my Justicar? That has to be a mistake, correct? I don't recall why I chose to cut my Justicar. That's kind of a problem because that's a really useful card in the late game. But we might still be okay. She does have 4 more cards though, so we're going to have to outrace a lot, and she gets to decide when to pull the trigger with the final few cold lights. So yeah, this is kind of bad. This is kind of really bad, especially since we're losing another card. But we've got something up our sleeve, of course, because we do have the Cthulhu still. She's burning a couple cards here. Oh, second shield bearer, Slam's okay, and what's my final card? It can't be that important, can it? I don't think it's that important. Okay, so we're going. Oh, that's actually kind of important. Whoops. I think we're dead. This is not good. Well, we do have the Ancient Shield Bearer, so it's kind of okay still. She does have 2 cards left in her deck. This can't be good. This can't possibly be good. Do we just Cthulhu here? That can't be right. No, that can't possibly be right. I think we revenge Ghoul and something. And then hope to be able to Shield Bearer the turn after, but that seems really bad. Do we Bran? We can actually Bran and Ravaging Ghoul, and then... that also seems bad. We don't have to play our cards, right? It's just about survival right now. I guess we should probably just double armor up. Yeah, it's only 4 extra damage, so we should do this here. Just so we don't die next turn. The revenge is already active. Oh, I could have revenged and then... That would leave us at not a whole lot of life, though. I'm not sure I like that. So Sap can't possibly get rid of any of our cards, so that's good. And we are basically on equal life, but oh my gosh, that's not good. How many cards can she make us draw? We are 2 in fatigue already, so that's 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. That is 18 from 1 cold light.
I wonder.
18 damage from 1 cold light. Oh, we can survive that. So she has to have 2 cold lights at this point. Yeah, that's 5 and 6, then 7. Then we live for the 7, then we still live for the 8, I think. We don't have a lot of ways to armor up anymore, though. And we might be able to kill her with Cthulhu if she goes for it right now. Okay, so there's the cold light, we're taking 18. And then 7 on our next turn. So can she kill us? There's the real question. Then Bran activates. I keep forgetting how this deck works. Preparation... Eviscerate? Preparation Vanish, oh my. That is okay. Wait, how is she doing on fatigue? We're basically dead next turn, right? Not necessarily. Yes, because she has the Bran back in hand again. So how much fatigue did she take? She took 3. So she'll take 4 again, so I need to deal... That is not enough.
The pleasure is mine.
That is not enough. So, can we survive? I don't think Bran plus Shield Bearer is enough. Because she can Bran and... Well, does she kill herself with that? I think she kills herself with that. So this might just let us live still. She has to be careful. Because she's taking 4 here, then she's taking 5, then 6, then 7. She can't survive drawing 3 cards, so she can only make us draw 2 before she dies herself. So she either needs to heal up somehow. I don't think she can survive drawing 3 cards, so the best she can do is a tie here. Yes, because, well, we couldn't win last turn, so that's something, but that wasn't good enough. I'm not sure that was worth going for in her case. Okay, so we were taking 7, then we're taking 8, then 9, then we're taking 10 next turn. Oh well. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly lethal, unfortunately. Oh my. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I thought I was 1 behind. If we had drawn 1 fewer card, then we could have been okay. But I really felt I needed to play the shield block in the turn where I did. That is a really strange deck to play against. That's really mind warping.
I will fight with honor.
And you face the deck so rarely that it's really hard to imagine what the correct play is. Are we keeping the Cthulhu's Chosen? I don't think so. We need some early game. I would take an Acolyte, I would take a Disciple, a Ghoul, a Beckoner, a Revenge, a Slam. There are so many cards that I... Oh, well, should I have kept a Revenge? Because I just said I would take a Revenge over that. No, I probably wouldn't keep a Revenge against a Paladin, although that might be correct, because there happen to be a decent amount of Secret Paladins, I don't know better. So that could be a thing. I'm not sure whether that would be correct. Well, that's the second time we saw that card today. Would we still apply the same measure? Yes, we would. We don't have a goal yet, so it's probably correct to be able to deal with as many threats as possible on the next turn, I think.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Alright, well that's kind of an annoying card, but I guess it's okay. We can play Bran here, or we can Slam. I kind of like the Slam, even though it's a little inefficient. But using slams against Divine Shields is rather good. And then I could kill it. Not the biggest fan of that. We could play Bran and hope he doesn't have a buff. That doesn't seem too likely to me. No, I think I like the slam here, and let's just see what we get. I should have kept a Revenge. I, for some reason, didn't think to keep one, and I'm not quite sure why. Because this, if I'm expecting Aggro Paladin, then that's definitely a card you're looking for. So if this is Secret Paladin, right? What's... Okay, so it's not Secret Paladin, it's just Aggro Paladin in that case. Then should we be worried about mostly Darkshire... What's it called again? It's a Darkshire card. Steward of Darkshire, yeah. Could go for Bran again. He didn't even hero power. That has to be a mistake. I'm tempted to go Bran here, but it will be better later. Do I just shield block? That seems weak. Let's do it this way. Let's make him do the trades, and then we're okay for next turn. Would have been nice to save that too, but he's not playing too fast here. And I've got a lot of whirlwind effects, so I guess I'm kind of fine. Cthulhu's Chosen's pretty reasonable here. Alternatively, we could go for Elise. That's also not ideal. And we might prefer being able to armor up though. But that only happens if we either coin or play Bran, which again I don't I'm not the biggest fan of. Let's just go for the Elise and see how he deals with it. I am so miffed that I didn't keep that revenge though. That was really silly. I was going down the list and was thinking, yeah, I'd keep a revenge, and then I mulligan away both of them. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, because N'Zoth Paladin, you don't see a lot of N'Zoth Paladin nowadays. That is really rare, and Secret Paladin will grow in popularity. So I guess that would be the deck to expect if you're facing one. Although Aggro Paladin might still be a thing for some people, such as our current opponent. Although he might still be playing Secret Paladin, by the way. I'm really curious about the lack of hero power on turn 4. That seems really strange to me. Okay, so that needs to die. How are we going to make that happen? Well, we draw a Whirlwind effect, why not? Hey, there we go. Do we execute that though? I guess we do. I guess we kind of have to. And then play the Cthulhu's Chosen, that's kind of fine, but not too excited. This always needs to happen, right? Because we want to get rid of that. We're not doing too well here. I could actually armor up. Don't like that either. There will be more whirlwind effects, and if we can just get rid of that thing without too much harm done, then I think I'm okay with it. Does that mean we coin? That does mean we coin. I think this is kind of important. This is a really annoying thing to get rid of if he doesn't have any 1/1s in the field. That's not going to happen all that often. So sure, I'm taking 7. I don't think a Paladin can kill me from this position. So he could be okay, even though Paladins are kind of annoying.
I wonder.
Well, if we assume he can't get rid of this, then the 4/2 will do a nice job on the field. And we're not drawing too many cards, so Divine Favor isn't going to do him any favors. The Revenge was a little weak over there. I am slightly worried about that. Consecrate, oh my. Well, I suppose that does keep his 4/4 safe, so that's not unreasonable, but he hasn't really made any use of his Darkshires so far. So do we double shield block? We need something useful, right? We do need something useful. We can't really deal with all the Divine Shields. Yeah, we need more stuff. So let's double... That's a good card. Okay, so let's go with this. That's both Darkshires then, so that's good. And... yeah, we're at sort of a comfortable life total again. Cthulhu is active. Well, Twin Imps are active, as are Shield Bearers, so that's good. And he's just resorting to violence, so that's also good. Ooh, is that a King's? That's really nasty. Oh, it's not a King's, okay, that's fine. Do we Sylvanas here, though? Oh, we're taking a lot of damage.
Reporting for duty.
We might still be dead next turn, unfortunately. Oh, that's a decent card. I like that card a lot. Can we afford to ghoul here? Not really, I think. What else do we do if we ghoul here? We play Bran and we armor up. Ghoul, Bran, armor up. That means he has 8. We have 16. So he needs 8 damage in 2 cards. That is actually fine. I'm expecting him to trade into Bran, but that's good for us, right? So I could go for the double Bran here. Does that make sense? It kind of makes sense, right? Because... yeah, I think that's correct, surprisingly enough. Because it does allow us to squeeze in an armor up, and that means if he wants to use the 4/4 to trade it to the Bran, he has to trade, which is not good. So he now can't clear the board unless he trades in the 4/2. He really wants to clear the Bran, but that means he's doing less face damage. It means I'm giving up the double Emperor, but I'm also giving up the double Emperor if I play Emperor last turn, so that's fine. That is an annoying card. That is a really annoying card. Good thing I have this Sylvanas over here. I will definitely go for that over...
I have no time for games.
Over the Emperor here. I'll take 6 for that. That's fine. So let's see how he deals with this. He draws 2 cards. That's okay. I'm assuming he doesn't run any spell breakers, because that's the only card that would make sense right now. I guess he can flood the board actually, and hope I don't steal it. Oh, okay, okay. So he can... That makes it easier for him to deal with the Tyrion later. Oh, or he's taking the 50-50. That's not a 50-50, that's a 1 in 3. That's kind of reasonable. And kind of annoying. That is actually kind of annoying. But I guess we can Cthulhu here, then he hits us for 5, and then we have the... yeah, he hits us for 5, he has to deal 7 damage in 2 cards. That's not all that likely. Is it better than playing the Twin Imps right now? It is better than playing the Twin Imps right now, I think. Sure. We're taking a little bit of a risk here in dying next turn. We would die to a Leroy plus something that deals damage, but that's... yeah, that's... comes with the job description, I guess. Or a Charger and... no, not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot that kills us here, actually. And there's... that is... Leroy as the only out. There's not a Leroy in his hand, so that's good. He's not dead though, so that's kind of annoying, but... we do have this guy over here. And it's completely unnecessary to do anything else other than hammer up. So I don't think he can come back from this. He would need equality... yeah, he played both of his Consecrate, so that's fine. It's kind of interesting to see an equality and a double Consecrate even in an aggressive deck like that. I don't think that's correct. It might have given him a slight chance in this game here, but I don't think overall it's going to be the correct play. Let's play one more game and see how it goes. And hope it's not a mirror match, because those take forever. And I've been in the situation before where where it's like 40 minutes on the clock. I would like to play one more game, and then it's like the game with no end. Against the Druid, I think I like keeping Execute, and I actually like keeping Ravaging Ghoul because it's good against Living Roots. It's good against Violet Teacher. And in combination with the Execute, I think that's also reasonable. I'm not quite sure about the Execute, to be honest, but Druids do have the tendency to innervate something huge out early, and Execute's a pretty good answer to that. That is not the card you want to see early game, but sure. At least we have it when we need it, right? I'm wondering about the Sylvanas play in the last game now. Was that too risky, playing the Sylvanas into the Tyrion? Because I can never guarantee that I actually steal the Tyrion. It was probably the correct play for him to go for the 1 in 3. Well, to go for the 2 in 3, but I don't steal Tyrion, because that's how it works. Do we shield block next turn? We need some playable cards, I think. So I guess that's reasonable. This card might be pretty good here too. Well, we'll have to see about that. It hasn't proven itself so far, but I think against the Druid it can definitely do a thing. That is a really slow start for this Druid here. Kind of surprising. Do I shield block again? It seems kind of awful, but Sure. He has to play something first, right? Not necessarily next turn, but he still has the coin though. There's gotta be something big coming. Let's shield block and see if we can get some early answers. I would like to have the answers when he starts asking questions. It's not like the stop asking questions guy, but yeah. Every threat is a question, and it demands that I have an answer, so I would like to be prepared and actually have some answers in hand, instead of having to dig for them through shield blocks. So it is a little unfortunate for my shield slams later. If he manages to take off this armor over here, then those shield slams will be a little hard to make use of. But so coins out a 5 mana. That's an Azure Drake. Okay, so we can deal with that with Slam and Disciple, which is absolutely fine with me. Let's go with that. Okay, so expecting a Yogg build here, but that's fine. That means he's probably running Violet Teachers, and he's waiting for a big turn here. I do have a Brawl for when he makes a full board and also buffs it up in the same turn. So that's also good. Could have a second Azure Drake here. What would I do against the second Azure Drake? I actually kind of don't know. That's interesting. Well, if he Azure Draked, then the Disciple would still be alive, right? So that would be a little easier, I guess. I would like to draw a Fiery War Axe, but I haven't really needed it so far, so that's actually kind of good. He's taking it slowly, and I don't mind. Do I want to draw a card? I guess one card from the Acolyte is fine right now. Let's just armor up. Keep our armor count high for future shield slams. And keep the Ravaging Ghouls for the Violet Teachers, because that's also kind of important. We have double revenge though. Maybe I shouldn't be too greedy with my Ravaging Ghouls and actually develop something on the board right now. Yeah, in retrospect, I think I should have played a Ravaging Ghoul over there. There's still 2 revenges left in our deck to deal with Violet Teachers, so it's actually not that awful. Okay, that needs to die. That's kind of important. And if all he's doing with that is basically drawing a card, that is basically drawing a card, right? Then that is okay with me. I'll spend. Oh, that could be good. Power of the Wilds, Raven Idol. Okay, so he's drawing 2 cards with it. That's pretty reasonable. Even if it dies, it's not that terrible for him. So that's pretty good. Another something. Living Roots my face.
Time waits for no one.
I wouldn't mind a Living Roots my face. Please Living Roots my face here. Because I'm planning on playing a Ghoul next turn anyway, so that's perfectly fine. There we go. Okay, so we can Ravaging Ghoul into execute, I guess. I guess we kind of have to execute that. Not the biggest fan of it, but sure. It's going to be okay. Yeah, not incredibly exciting, but that is a thing that you can't really leave lying around. You don't have a better answer, but it's still fine. Oh, we have the 3/3 on the board. Do we want to play anything else? Not really. No, I'm fine. I'm fine just seeing what he gets here. He's drawn a couple cards, but he also immediately wasted one by using the Living Roots on my face, so that's still fine. Another Raven Idol, okay. Oh, he Raven Idled for a Raven Idol. Well, it's a little slow, but it's like delaying the choice to your next turn, so still pretty reasonable. Bite, okay. Well, that's the Raven Idol gone, and that's the Ravaging Ghoul done, of course. Unless he happens to pull something like a Savagery or something, but wasn't really expecting that. Are we going for... Oh, we don't have Cthulhu on 10 yet. That's actually kind of annoying. Do we just Disciple Face in that case? I can't imagine that being the right choice. He's got 8 cards. Let's War Axe and pass the turn. We don't really need to War Axe here, but I'd like to actually do something on the board. That's not too crazy, is it? I could have actually used a Brawl to get rid of the Fandral, but that would have been a little risky, I guess. If the Fandral would have survived that, then there was no way for me to get rid of that. Yeah, that would have been too dangerous. I'm looking at this Brawl and I'm thinking, when is it going to be useful? I guess it can be useful against a possible Onyxia coming up or something. That's actually pretty sweet. Don't mind that too much. So what's he got? Emperor. Okay, well, how do we kill that? We have 9 mana, so we can kill it. That would require the Brand, the Ravaging Ghoul, and the Disciple. But that's still not awful. I can also Think Master. And worst case, it turns into a regular 5/5, which is still fine. He's ramping to 10. Wow. That is certainly curious. Why would you not just keep that? I can now also Shield Slam it, which is better, I think. Actually, I think Tinkmaster is reasonable here, but I'm kind of scared about mostly... Well, it's not going to be good against Onyxia, it's not good against Cenarius, it's good against Ancients of War, I suppose. And those are pretty popular. And I do have a great way of getting rid of that right now. By just using the Shield Slam. But if I turn that into a 5/5, then I can still kill it. I can just kill it with a Disciple. What am I thinking about? I like that. I should just kill it this way. There's no reason to waste valuable resources like that. I still have 10 armor, it's fine. He can spam a lot of stuff right now, though, so that's kind of dangerous. I do have a Brawl, so I guess I shouldn't be too worried. He's got 7 cards with a 1 mana discount, so yeah, that can be pretty dangerous. I do have a Shield Slam right now, though, so Shield Slam against Cenarius is pretty good, and it means that I don't need to use anything fancy right now, which I like. I could also go for the Sylvanas here. That seems a little greedy. That seems a little greedy indeed. Shield Slam against Cenarius is perfectly fine. What else do I play? I'm guessing Shield Bearer. Yeah, that's okay. I don't have to use Bran on that. I'm not sure what I'm actually using Bran on, to be honest. There's a question. I guess I'm using Bran on the second Shield Bearer, right? Yeah, that's still fine. We've got a lot of armor here. We'll be fine for a while. I didn't want to use Brawl there, mostly because I have a feeling there will be some big stuff coming up. So either a board full of Philo Teachers plus a bunch of stuff, which is coming up right now. So that's fine. Just flood the board, please. That's what Brawl is for. Wild Growth into draw cards, that's 2 spells, so that's convenient. I'm expecting Power of the Wild to come out, so that makes the Ravaging Ghoul a little less efficient. Although we could still Brand plus Ravaging Ghoul. That's actually surprisingly relevant today. Interesting. So what you got? There has to be a Power of the Wild in there, isn't there? Yes, as expected. Okay, so there's a Brawl. There's a Brawl in a bottle. Ooh, that's painful. Yeah, that's a pretty good card. So I may actually just be dead. That is pretty good. That is actually pretty good. I guess we just have to Brawl this. and hope for the best. Well, we're not necessarily dead, so that's the good news. Yeah, sure. We can still Bran and Ravaging Ghoul next turn, so as long as we survive this turn, then we're actually fine. Let's do it this way, and Brawl. There is a second Brawl in our deck, so that's good. And we can still Bran plus Ravaging Ghoul to clear the board next turn, hopefully. And otherwise, I'm expecting to be low enough that I can wait for the second Revenge to clear the board. He's dealing a lot of damage next turn, though. That's, yeah, we can't Bran plus do that right now, so I guess we just armor up and hope for the best. He's got 12 damage on the field, double Savage Roar would add 14 apiece. Well, there's no Savage Roar, so that's good. Is he doing nothing? Because I will Bran plus Ravaging Ghoul that. Don't worry. What else is coming? I'm curious right now. Nothing's coming? Okay, well that's conservative. I guess he doesn't need to add anything to the board right now. We can Revenge and Ravaging Ghoul, but the Revenge might be necessary later, isn't it? Revenge might be necessary later. I don't mind going Bran here. There's not much I desperately need Bran for anyway. And that saves the Revenge in case of emergencies. I think I like that. This could be a double Soul of the Forest deck, which is troublesome. That would actually be kind of awful, I will admit. And we still haven't seen the Ancient of Wars come down, but I guess I can Shield Slam those next turn, so that's okay. We still have an Execute left. This is one of those long games again. I shouldn't start any games with slow decks on 40 minutes. I really shouldn't. So I'm sorry if this one's a little long, but I am trying to do this correctly. If he plays something big... Well, first of all, I think... I can't think Master if I have minions myself. Was there an opportunity earlier? I don't think there has been an opportunity to use that yet. That's actually kind of unfortunate. So if possible, Onyxia... I'm not expecting Onyxia. It's a very niche card. That doesn't do anything, sir. Oh, okay. Well, that does a thing, I suppose. So let's see what happens. That's another threat. On the hunt... He doesn't have a lot of time. He waited way too long for that. So I guess he has some other decent options. What's he doing? Catalyst Helm? Oh, that's dirty. That's actually pretty good. Stealth, that one, okay. Power Shot, my minions, oh that sucks. Polymorph Boar on that one. Well, I'm certainly glad he didn't get to attack with it. Oh, well, he backstabbed it immediately, okay. Well, that's the thing. Fireball on my face. That's not very nice. Corruption on the Ghoul. That's not very good. Discover a card. Commanding Shout to draw a card. I think we Cthulhu here. Or we Tinkmaster. Either is probably fine. I kind of like Cthulhu here though. Although this does check for the secret, I suppose. He has a weapon, he has a Hunter secret, Paladin secret. Let's go Tinkmaster. We can still Shield Slam it if things go wrong, right? I really don't want to get this Repentance, that's the problem. Or Freezing Trapped, I guess. So we can Tinkmaster and Shield Bearer, that's pretty good, right? But if we have to Shield Slam that, if it becomes a 5/5... Do we have to Shield Slam that if it becomes a 5/5? I don't want to get it redemption either. We can just leave the 5/5 alone, right? Can we? Oh, I guess we can't Shield Slam it after all, so that's not really an option. Let's just grab some armor. It's fine. That's a lot of cards in his hand, though. Don't like that. He's got a lot of options through that Catalyst Stone. Okay, okay. Is he face tanking that one? Or swipe, of course, of course. So that one's going face. I guess I can shield slam it. Am I expecting the Ancients of War, by the way? I don't know about that. That's actually an interesting question. So I'm guessing I shield slam that, right? Still... yeah, that's probably okay. I could develop the Sylvanas, but I'm just expecting it to die pretty soon. It's not particularly great. Let's just shield slam it while we still have the armor. I can't expect to still have the armor later, so I'm guessing this is okay. We might be in trouble here. We don't have a lot of threats left. I guess we still do have Twin Emps, so that's good. Druids have a really hard time against Twin Emperors. We do have the second Brawl, we have Elise. I guess we're fine. Except against cards like that. That is really annoying. Where did that come from? Oh, that's the Journey Below. Jeez, that's disgusting. That is a really, really dirty card. Now I have to check for the Mage Secret too. I'm guessing there's an explosive trap in there, but I'm bound to trigger that at some point, right? Let's see what this is. There's an explosive trap. I can't play either of the minions here. That's dirty. Oh, that's the Mage Secret. Okay. I don't have to worry about Mirror Entity in that case, so that's good. And that means we can Sylvanas, because that's a pretty good card right now. Because I don't have to worry about the Mage Secret anymore. Yeah, so attacking face there, definitely correct. That minion basically traded for the explosive trap and checking the Mage Secret, which was really important. I think I would have actually played nothing that turn.
What to do?
So yeah. What are you going to do, boy? I could actually revenge next turn if I can steal a Bane with it. That wouldn't be too awful. He can't really play anything right now, so that's pretty good.
What?
Maybe I should have played... should I have played Sylvanas in anticipation of the Yoxeron? I don't know. He did get a pretty good deal off of that, so I'm kinda scared right now. Especially if there are still two Ancients of War in his deck. That would be kind of awful. Okay, so he's just taking it slowly. Well, in that case, I think we just play Cthulhu, right? He might have a Mulch. Oh, that's also... I can't really do that, though. Cthulhu likely kills the Bane, so that's not that bad. I don't know what I want to do here. I'm guessing I actually can attack face. I should attack somewhere, right? I think I can attack face. I've got the stronger minion over here. And a better hero power. That didn't trigger the Paladin secret, okay. I think that means it's time to go Elise. Or Cthulhu. Cthulhu's not that great right now. Let's just put some pressure. And I do want to get the map in my deck to be able to draw it at some point. Yeah, I guess it's fine. You can trade the Bane, the Cairn for the Elise right now, but I'm not too scared of that. So what's the Paladin secret? It's not Eye for an Eye, it's not Noble Sacrifice, I don't think it's Redemption. Because we did kill the Devil Sar, right? Yeah, we did kill the Devil Sar with the secret up. Yeah, so that's not all that great. Maybe I shouldn't have played Elise, actually. Ah, but Monkey is pretty good against a Druid. So it's not that unreasonable. And we might actually want to... well, he might want to hero power against this. He's just giving us time to draw our second Brawl, though. He's got that second Violet Teacher somewhere. And stuff will happen with that. Oh, that's also a good draw. I'll take that. Sure, I'll definitely take that.
Let none survive.
So, could be Sacred Trial. And I think that's pretty much the only option it can be right now. It's not Competitive Spirit. Yeah, it has to be Sacred Trial. So the next minion I play dies, which is actually kind of relevant. Let's be aware of that one. But we should be in a pretty good position from here. Because as soon as he plays something big, I get to steal something. Because that's actually the reason he's not playing anything right now. Well, I guess I'm not getting to steal anything this turn. But, yeah, I'm still fine with this. I guess I play Cthulhu now, just to kill the Bane. Then he gets to kill the Sylvanas and gets nothing, but I'm fine with that. Sure. I am expecting it to kill the Bane here, which I guess was to be expected. Well, it didn't happen. But maybe that's... No, that's not good. That's never good. So he mulches Cthulhu, that's kind of obvious. And I guess he trades into the Emperor. Yeah, it's a thing. I can either convert it to another card with the monkey, or do something different. He can swipe. He can swipe the Sylvanas after trading in. That would be reasonable. But he's not going to. Okay. Well, I guess he's just taking a lot of face damage again. I would be okay with that. Or is he swiping afterwards? Then he didn't need to hero power that. Oh, okay, that works. That's expensive for him, though. So now the question: do we play the Silver Moon? Do we actually play the Silver Moon, or do we wait for Monkey? There's a question. I think we actually wait for Monkey. These cards don't do a lot. It does let them develop a board, though. We always hero power, and I guess these cards don't do a lot. I'm guessing I just pass and see if I can play a Monkey. Roll first, then play a Monkey. That could work. You can still flood the board by quite a bit, which could be scary.
Pay attention, class.
There we go. So there's a brawl coming up. He knows that that's gonna happen, right? So, ooh, that could be scary. I might actually have to revenge first, just to see if that's a counterspell, because that could be really dangerous. I can take some damage. I don't want to get death countered either. So I guess I'll revenge just to see... that seems really bad, though. But getting discounted might cost me the game. Getting discounted will cost me the game, though, so I have to check for counterspell. Exactly. This is actually a bad brawl. I shouldn't have rolled. I should have just checked for counterspell and then... yeah, see? That's really bad. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have brawled that. There was absolutely no reason for me to brawl there. Now I might actually still lose. There was absolutely no risk of me dying at that point, and now he can just flood the board. That was really bad. What am I doing? What on earth am I doing?
The land serves me.
And I totally should have cycled this, because I'm going to need this monkey. Oh, I'm such a turd. That was really, really bad. What do I still have? That brawl just cost me the game. That brawl just absolutely cost me the game. Okay, we can actually kill something, so that's okay. Do we have to? Yes, we do have to. Do we have to play something? Where's my monkey? He doesn't have a lot of cards, but he's going to have Savage Roars. So how much damage am I taking from double Savage Roar at this point? He's got 5, he's got 11. Savage Roar equals 10, 31 from double Savage Roar. And then we can clear the board with Revenge. He still has a second swipe though, so if he does double Savage Roar, we're dead, and there's nothing we can do about that anyway. I think I'll play this. I actually will. Just to be able to deal a little bit of damage to the board. He can't kill me this turn unless he has double Savage Roar exactly. And not much I can do about that. So he can trade it 2-2, and he's used both Power of the Wilds already. So his board is never going to be that big. He might make the mistake of hitting me below 12. He's not gonna. Yeah, that brawl was so silly. I was under absolutely no pressure of dying. That was such a mistake. And now I die. Now I definitely die to Savage Roar. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, there better be a really good legendary out here. Because I can't afford to wait any longer. That's not a bad card. But I think I'm dead. I think I'm just straight up dead here.
Welcome to the grand tournament, champion.
It was basically automatic. I don't know why I did that. What does he still have? Does he have Savage Roar? Not all token druids run Savage Roar. I'm basically expecting it at this point. What is that? Oh, that's good. That's a good card. That was almost that was almost a Cursed Blade. And oh, that's not a Savage Roar. So am I still dead? I think I'm still dead, but this is a pretty good card. Does he kill that? He does kill that. Okay. Yeah, that's only 9 though. So, still pretty dead. What can I draw? I can get a revenge from this, or something to deal with that, or something to heal up. This leaves me dead still.
Let's negotiate. You can see.
So let's see if we get anything useful. Oh, that's pretty excellent. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Be careful before you play your brawls, guys. Be careful before you play your brawls. Oh, that was not good. That was not good. I could have won that game. I should have won that game. That was a pretty good monkey too. But yeah, okay. I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. You make mistakes and you lose. So I deserve that. I deserve that one, definitely. In each case, this episode has been running for way too long, and it seems the game also has some connection troubles. Oh, it's roll over, so yeah, that's a thing. I did get some progress towards my next quest, so that's nice. In each case, thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions on what deck you would like to see me play, please do leave a comment below. Don't fret, I won't bite. Heart. And stay tuned for some news on the new expansion coming up later this weekend, hopefully. Alright, and have a great day. See you guys in a few days.